I am on my way to work right now, which got sprung on me. And so between that and all the emails that I had to answer and everything else going on in my life right now, I understand that it's a test. And so I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys, to those of you who are being tested right now, because you're going to be tested in a way that you could possibly fail, and you have to understand that. For me, a lot of my goals have to do with consistency and just staying the course. And usually when things get tough, I let the little excuses just come right in and stop me and derail me from everything. But now that I recognize that it's a test, it keeps me more motivated and more driven to recalibrate and get focused. Because if you think about it, that's how life is. You'll be on your way and having a great flow and a great routine, and then all of a sudden something just gets thrown into the way just to throw you off. And sometimes it does. Sometimes it'll throw you on a really long detour where you don't know how you're going to find your way back, but somehow you manage to do it. And so whenever you're about to go through a major life change, the same thing happens. You're being tested to test your motivation and to test your drive and to see how badly you want it. But you got to ask yourself that. You got to ask yourself just that. How bad do I want this? How bad do I want to step through that door and walk into this next chapter of my life? Because like I said, the test is going to hit you in a way that you can fail. It's not going to be super. And for those of you who have said you wanted one thing and the second it gets hard, you've jumped off the boat, you're being tested the most. Right now, your challenge is consistency, and you haven't been consistent in the past. So you need to look within yourself, find the strength, find the organization, whatever it is you have to do to recalibrate and figure your stuff out, do it. Because this time you're not going to fail the test. This time you're going to pass and you're going to get everything that you've been asking for. But it starts with recognizing that you are being tested. Life is hard. Life is hard, and it's always going to be hard. But you get to choose your hard. And so when you pass your test and when you are being challenged and it's difficult, just recognize that it's difficult because it's supposed to be. But think to yourself, okay, how does this difficult compare to the difficult that I'm trying to get out of? Because it's just as hard to lose as it is to win. But the difference is you go through all the pain and all the suffering of losing and you come out with nothing to show for it. At least when you go through the pain and the suffering of winning, there's a reward on the other side. And that's what you need to set your sights on. You need to set your sights that at the end of this challenge, at the end of everything that you're going through, at the end of this hard, it's going to get easier. It's going to get easier, and you're going to have everything that you want. You're going to reap the rewards of that. But you are being tested. And you're going to look around and wonder why it's so easy for other people. Why everything flows to them so easily. But just remember that they've experienced their test at some point too. The difference is you didn't know what they were going through. You didn't know what their challenges were. You didn't know what tests they had to face. And if the test doesn't look that hard for you, congratulations. Amazing. I love that for you. But for those of us really going through it, recognize that you are being tested. That you have everything that you need to pass this test. And on the other side of that exam, you're going to come out on top.